shop for summer clothes. Think pink, pink, pink if you want that kelp for shows. Red is dead, blue is through, green's obscene, brown's taboo, and there is not the slightest excuse for plum abuse or chartreuse.
G'day gorgeous. This week it's been raining a lot, and so I've been waiting for the warmer weather to come out so that I can do my video this week. I've had a tough one this week, and what I wanted to talk to you about was actually the impact that feeling overwhelmed can kind of bring up for us. And I think from my perspective, a huge part of that is because I get into a state of overwhelm because I don't necessarily feel supported at a particular point in time. So let me give you an example. This week I kind of got to the point on Tuesday where I had a lot of things that needed to be done. I was having issues with the website. I had some other paperwork that needed to be done. I mean, I run a couple of businesses myself, but I also had my admin support unable to sort of be there this week and help me out to carry some of the load. And because I'm a single woman, I also don't have a partner that I can kind of fall back on to help out at that point in time. And I noticed this recently also when I was in hospital, that not having a partner, sometimes you have this sense of feeling quite vulnerable and unsupported. And that at times when you're trying to actually achieve things or do something to improve yourself, you also have those kind of hiccups or times where you feel like you trip up because you don't necessarily feel like you can continue to do it all on your own anymore. And you reach that point of overwhelm. And for me this week I reached that point of overwhelm. And what was lovely was when I was at that point, I had a number of people, some of whom will be watching now, kind of come forward and say, please don't give up. And I think what's important about that is recognizing where your own strengths lie. I mean, I know what I do well is talking to you girls about all of the interesting things that impact your life. But I'm not a technical expert, and I'm not very good at details. So sometimes when I've got a lot on that requires a lot of detailed concentration, if I don't have somebody there to give me that support in terms of my admin, or I don't have a technical person who's able to respond in a way that's kind of timely and helpful, it can feel like I'm in quicksand and I don't know how I'm going to get out of it. What's useful is sleep often helps. So, to have a few people kind of step forward and say, hey, we really appreciate what you're doing, and please keep going. That gives me a sense of added inspiration. But really, it was just a matter of time for myself. So an opportunity to just step back, take a breather, have a look at what was really important, and then decide how I'm going to move forward to actually make that work. And I think actually through that vulnerability process, that's when I grow. And, recognizing that sometimes I have a tendency to take on too many things at once. And that, I am an imperfect human being because as humans, that's what we are. And I can only do as much as I can do with the hours in my day. And, sometimes there's not enough hours in the day. It also makes me aware, though, that you can't rely always just on, certain people to assist. That sometimes you need to spread that around a little bit and, widen the base that you're working from so that you're not just reliant upon certain people to help. Yeah, so I just wanted to highlight sometimes, even though, people say to me, oh, should you talk about, when things aren't going so well? Yes, because that's life for all of us. Nobody has a perfect life. We are all imperfect human beings. Absolutely, I put my hand up and say, I'm an imperfect human being. do what I can do, but it's not always going to work out. And sometimes when you kind of fall down, especially when you're trying to do business stuff and move yourself forward, you fall down, you feel like you don't want to get up, you can't do it anymore. You just want to kind of curl up somewhere and hope tomorrow it ends up being better, but you just don't feel like you've got the energy to keep putting it in. But usually good night's sleep and a few encouraging words from people around you, and the next morning you can really see that things are actually better, and that there is a way forward, and that sometimes it's through that, you know, feeling like you just don't have another way out, that you can kind of finally stop, sit, look around, and invariably notice that there's an exit sign right over there. Anyway, so I just wanted to share that with you. It's been an interesting week, but what's amazing about it is it really gave me some insight into what's really important to me and what I want to do moving forward. Okay, gorgeous. Have a great week. I'll see you soon.
Pink for cheeks and pink at your lips, pink for shirts and all of your slips, just a touch of pink at your knees, and if you please, what? Pink chemise.